LeVeon Bell. I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking right now. Well, LeVeon Bell. What does LeVeon Bell do to Clyde Boy's value? You're all thinking it. You're all freaking out. Everybody and their mother's like, what do we do? Do we run? Should have sold high. Wasted our first round pick. Let me first start off by saying, am I excited? Clearly I'm not. Smitty, where you been all day? Sorry, a lot of things on the plate, but I made sure I came on right now. A lot of you are going to have overreactions to this. Now, am I excited? No, I'm not excited about it. Do I think that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a guy I'd draft in the top 5 right now? Probably not. Do I think he's still capable of top 5 to 10 running back numbers? I absolutely do. So I don't think he's a lock for it. But we just saw Kareem Hunt coexist with Nick Chubb. And Kareem Hunt was outscoring Nick Chubb in a backup role. I think that we need to curb our expectations a little bit. I'm not naive. I'm not blind. But I do think that everybody acting as if Clyde isn't in the driver's seat of that running back crew, they're overreacting. And you can't do anything about this right now. You have to ride the wave out. If you own Clyde Edwards-Helaire, what are you going to do? You're going to bench him? You're going to bench a guy that is in the most high-powered offense in the NFL? You're going to bench a guy that probably won't see that many less carries or touches because Kansas City feeds all their running backs and gives Clyde enough rest. Like, put this in perspective, okay? I'm not excited about it. I'm not excited about it. How could you be excited about it? You can't be. But it could be a potential, not blessing in disguise or anything like that, but not as big of an impact as you think to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, it's a great football move. I can even be unbiased and honest about that. If I'm the Chiefs, and I take fantasy out of it, I probably would do it. Why not bring LeVeon Bell in? But from a fantasy perspective, it's so funny. Even if like a medium-sized running back were to sign with Kansas City, people would freak out. I'm telling you, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still going to get enough work to be, let's call it, second round worthy. Okay, now I think he can outscore that. I think he could still be a top 10 running back. I think Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb proved that. The Chiefs offense has enough volume to do the same thing that the Browns are doing with their 2 running backs. And I think that there's enough work. The difference, Okafor saying that Cleveland is a run-first offense or run-heavy, but Clyde is on pace for 54 receptions. 54 receptions on the year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is on pace for 1,600 total yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is... let me put my phone away. Phone's been going nuts. My phone's been going nuts all day. Everybody and their mother's freaking out. First of all, I don't control what teams do. Okay? That's first and foremost. Second, my phone is going nuts. Second, I think there's just a lot of overreactions right now. Like, first of all, what are you going to do? So let me hear it. Let me hear it from all of you, because I'm going to get it all night long. Clyde, how come you didn't know this? It's all your fault, says Nick. R.I.P. Clyde. Nitro is overreacting. Smitty punching the air right now. I'm not punching the air right now. That's the funny thing. I'm not reacting like everybody else is. I am disappointed I am disappointed in Drake and Clyde. But Clyde, up until this point, like I was about to post a video before this news broke. I'm clearly not going to do it now. That talked about what we talked about the other night. That Clyde Edwards-Helaire is on pace for 1,600 total yards and 54 receptions, and everybody is freaking out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still going to have a 1,500 total yard season. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still going to pull in about 50 receptions on the year. You could even say that Clyde Edwards-Helaire might be more efficient per touch. Now, you could also say dialing back a little bit might hurt him overall. I'm okay with any of those arguments. I'm not going to argue with someone and say he is for sure a top 5 to 10 running back. We don't know. We don't know. The God's honest truth. I'm being truthful with you. I'm good at changing directions. I don't just stick to my guns. I'll oftentimes come out and do my oopsie and nailed it show. Oopsies would be right now. I'm not going to even put Clyde in there yet. I'm not going to even put him in there yet. I put Drake as an oopsie so far. And they got all these people after 5 weeks ready to pull the cord on all these different players. Everybody wanted to pull the cord on A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's back. He looks good. Everybody wanted to pull the cord on Brady. Everybody wanted to pull the cord on Aaron Rodgers before week 1. There are hits and misses. I am not going to land everything. I'm not going to land every single prediction I make. Not everything's going to be Dalvin Cook. Not everything will. But for people to already take Clyde, pull him out of the potential top 10 running back category and say he's done. R.I.P. Clyde, he's done. I can't believe it. My season is gone. Oh my God. Do you think they're not going to give Clyde a lot of work moving forward? Even with Lev Bell, they will feed Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay, I got super chats. Subject, off subject, but those that have Kelly after last week. Wait, what? Thoughts on Kelly. Okay. I'm not super high on Kelly right now. Kelly's been given a great opportunity and hasn't really stepped up. So, Justin Jackson, is he the starter? Is he not, in place of the injured Eckler? Who, I might add, we've been hearing a lot of rumors that Eckler has a torn hamstring off the bone or something, but he's riding a stationary bike faster than most grandmas can ride it already. So I'm feeling pretty good about Eckler potentially returning. But I think Kelly isn't somebody I'm going to rely on at all from a fantasy perspective. Now, maybe he proves me wrong after a couple games, but Kelly was really good in that spot duty role where Eckler would come out, defenses would change up how they're looking at that attack, and then Kelly would rip off a big run. So, I think once he's been given the shot, he hasn't delivered. Is Clyde a buy low? Absolutely. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a buy low. And if everybody wants to jump ship and go running away from Clyde, abandon Clyde when he needs you the most, go ahead. There's not much I can do to hold you here. And I don't blame you for running off. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is just like Marlon just said, is still going to get about 15 touches a game. And if you talk about getting 10 to 12 carries in that offense, you talk about getting 3 to 4 receptions, maybe 5 or 6 some games in that passing attack. Yeah, I know Lev Bell's a good receiving back, but there's enough to go around. Lev Bell won't be there for 1 week. Lev Bell can't practice, as you can see on the screen here, until next Wednesday. This is the most complicated offense in the entire NFL when it comes to playbook and schemes. Lev Bell's not going to just pick everything up like that. You're talking about maybe 3 or 4 weeks before Lev Bell's got his feet wet. He's a smart running back. He's been in the league a long time. I'm sure he's going to pick things up pretty quickly. But it's going to be 3 weeks from now, like the 3rd week he's with the Chiefs before he could potentially even be unleashed, I would guess. And at that point, is he really going to be unleashed? Are they really going to put Clyde on the bench? No. They're going to start Clyde. They may even rotate who they put on the field first. I'm not even going to be worried about who's the starter that game. Clyde will get his. Clyde will eat enough. Clyde might be more efficient than ever. And look what Hunt did with the amount of work that he got. The efficiency that Hunt did. Staying fresh. Getting 10 to 12 carries. Kareem Hunt was in the top 7 to what? Depending on your scoring, top 7 to 8 running backs with Nick Chubb on the roster. And again, I know what people are going to say. Oh, but Stefanski in that Cleveland attack, they run. I'm talking about Clyde getting total touches. I'm not worried about rushing yards. I'm worried about a guy that has 1,600 pace total yards right now, 54 paced receptions. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. If you remove the other running back that Kansas City currently uses, you remove that player, there is a lot of volume to gobble up for Lev Bell without touching Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Everyone's assuming that the Chiefs don't want Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the lineup as the starter. I think it's a dangerous assumption. I think it's equally as dangerous as counting on him as a top 5 to 10 running back. I'm not going to lie. But there's a risk. You're walking a fine line when you're going to walk away from Clyde, especially if you're going to sell him low, and trusting him as a top 10 running back and not selling if the price is right. But no one's going to give you what you want for Clyde right now. The only move to make for Clyde is for non-Clyde owners to come in and grab him. And let me start off by saying this too, okay? Because a lot of people, I think, get this all twisted up. And I know I got some super chats, but this is important. I'm going to put the super chats on the screen, and I will address them. So, Mark, thank you for the super chat. I got yours on screen and queue here, so don't worry. I got yours. I think I got them all. Okay, all the super chats are right there as of right now. They're on screen. Michael, thank you for the super chat. I am a dynasty and redraft fantasy football show. I am not just... Where's my music? I am not just a redraft fantasy football show. A lot of my Clyde Edwards-Helaire hype, a lot of my Clyde Edwards-Helaire rankings, a lot of my Clyde Edwards-Helaire... Hold on. We need to get more bubbles in there. Yeah, that feels better. A lot of my Clyde Edwards-Helaire advice is dynasty geared. Nothing has changed from a dynasty perspective. Clyde is going to be a top 5 to 10, top 5 running back for the future. Lev Bell's on a 1-year deal. It's an incentive-based contract. Did they even come out with the full numbers yet? Which will be telling. I don't know that we have the full contract details out yet, but I believe it to be, from what I hear, an incentive-based deal, which means they're not counting on anything. Lev Bell may not even stay healthy, and a lot of you are freaking out already when you don't even know if the guy can take it the distance anymore. Hasn't looked good for a while now. Granted, I know it's the New York Jets, and I know a lot of people can go there and die. And for Clyde to for Bell to wiggle his way out of that situation, and he didn't do quite what AB did. Oh, Grandma, I'm free. Grandma, I'm free. But he wiggled his way out in a much more civilized manner. Got out of a black hole of a situation for running backs, receivers, quarterbacks, tight ends, cheerleaders, hot dog concession stand people. Anybody in New York is wasting away their potential. I bet you a hot dog vendor that's selling 15 less hot dogs per game when there's no COVID-19. Can't even come up with a good example because of damn COVID-19. If he got traded out of New York to a different hot dog venue, we might not even know that vendor's upside. He could be selling hot dogs at a double the rate, elsewhere. So don't. Yeah, AK Clyde is fine. I actually like it. Everyone thinks I'm going to be in here upset, screaming. I'm fine with it. I like that it makes Clyde Edwards-Helaire attainable at near third round value equivalent value via trade. Like, I can go get Clyde right now for a third round player. No one's a bust yet, Antonio. You can't be a bust 5 weeks in. Now, we'll see what happens. Everybody freaking out. Gurley for Clyde. Absolutely give up Gurley for Clyde. I'm going hard after Clyde Edwards-Helaire, says Nitro. I am too. I'm going to, especially in Dynasty, like, a lot of you redraft people in here. I understand your pain. I understand why you might be upset. I get it. I feel for you. Told you Clyde is trash. He's not trash. Isaac, come on, bro. Come on, bro. He ain't trash. He's on pace for 1,600 total yards and 54 receptions, and has been very, very uniquely left out of a touchdown category that in some cases he should have had a touchdown here and there, and you could play woulda, shoulda, coulda all day long with other players, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make excuses for him why he didn't get in on the goal line. I'm not going to make excuses for him that Travis Kelce got a PI and got one of his touchdowns called back last week. But from a dynasty perspective, go get Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Fact, Sergio Smitty this year was saying Bell has a year or two elite left in him. I have said that. You know, I was hoping he didn't land in this situation, to be completely frank, but, you know, we'll see. We don't even know. We don't even know if Bell... We don't know what Bell has left yet, and on top of that, everyone's assuming that he's going to be used as a starter. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to use them potentially equally, which I know a lot of you won't want to hear. I know a lot of you feel that Clyde can't be a top 10 running back if given half the work in Kansas City, but what you don't realize is that they're already dividing up work in Kansas City to keep Clyde healthy. Clyde Edwards-Helaire can average a ton of yards per carry. He could be a 5-yard per carry type back in this league. He's very much like Jamal Charles in terms of talent, ability, and talent in open space. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the starter. He's the starter. Clyde Edwards-Helaire knows the offense. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the man in Kansas City. Lev Bell is going to be very, very much involved. Lev Bell is going to absorb all of the extra work that all the other running backs are doing combined. And Clyde might see 25 carries in week 1, 10 carries in week 2, 20 in week 3, 16 in week 4, 10 in week 5. I bet you see Clyde kind of level off. Maybe he won't get 2 and 25 carry games anymore, but he could get anywhere between 13, 14 to 15 carries a game at a 4.8 to 5.5 yard per carry average. So if you let's give him 4.9 and be safe, times 14 is 68 yards per game rushing, times then we'll add in, let's see, he's been averaging 30, 70, 27, 40. So let's remember 68. 40 plus 27 plus 70 plus 32. We're going to divide that by 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, even though he didn't get any receptions in week 1, 33 yards per game receiving. Add that back to 60. We'll call it 65. We'll round down a couple yards. 98 yards a game. Why are my speakers going nuts? Why is everything in my studio going crazy? Oh, my phone was next to the 98 yards. Okay, so 98 yards, total yards times 16. That would be a pace of 1580. I would not be shocked at all if Clyde Edwards-Helaire was on a 1580 pace from here on out, which again, divided by 16 is 98 yards a game. 98 yards a game plus, I would say, 4 to 5 receptions a game. And I think his TD volume goes up because he hasn't been scoring. Bell is change of pace, adding a different style to the running backs. I think it's a great, let's be honest, it's a great football move. It's a great football move. If I was the Chiefs, I would do it too. If I was anybody, any other team, I'd grab Bell at a discount if I could. All right, let me get to these super chats. Rod, thank you for the super chat. If you've got a question, please post it. I'll definitely answer whatever you got. Bryce, thank you for the super chat. So thank you, Rod. Mark Cleveland said, Kelly or Zach Moss. I noticed Singletary kind of sucking lately. I like Moss more. We just don't know how many times he's gonna, or how many more games it's gonna take for him to get a hold of that starting lineup. But I really do feel that Moss at some point will start some games and get a shot to impress. If he doesn't deliver, he doesn't deliver. Again, can't control that, but I think that he eventually will get a shot. Kelly, I worry about. I don't think Kelly's not stepping up right now. I'd probably rather have Zach Moss because of the future potential, but that's me. I mean, one good game from Kelly, and we could change that though. So just Sherman asked the same kind of question. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door, please. Reckless said Smitty hasn't read my super chat. Reckless, don't fret, bro. I'm going after it right now. All right, here we go. I love your avatar, by the way. What's his name from the Howard Stern show? This is who's this avatar? Should I trade Ravens D, Jonu, and Drake for Helaire, Gesicki, and Debo? Ravens D, Jonu, Drake. I would take Helaire in a heartbeat. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Vibes. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's how you buy low in Clyde. Ravens D, Jonu Smith, and Drake for Clyde. Take it and run, bro. Take it and run. Run for the hills, bro. Beetlejuice, that's it. I love Beetlejuice, man. We gotta get Beetlejuice on the show. If I've got Matthew Berry, Scott Hansen. I've got Vito Spatafore from The Sopranos on the show before. I can get Beetlejuice. Or is he alive? Is he still alive? Maybe he's not alive anymore. If you're buying Clyde, I'm selling a warm cup of piss, says Crazy World. Well, Crazy World, bottoms up, bro. I'm buying. Sell it to me. Yeah, we got to get beat on the show, man. No Lamar is trash. Go buy low on Lamar. Chiefs out here collecting Infinity Stones. Mighty Buffoon, what's going on? Lamar is not trash, Marlon. Traded Drake for DJ Moore. That could go either way. I kind of like DJ Moore a little bit later. Sell Clyde sell Clyde Barcelona. Why would you sell him though? What are you gonna get? Nobody's gonna give you what you deserve. Lamar will be a backup. Wow, Nitro. If I had to predict, Master Yoda, have you not been listening to anything I've said, Master Yoda? Smitty, I feel like sometimes people ask me questions because they just want to hear the answer again. I don't understand. Master Yoda, I've just spent 24 minutes and 38 seconds talking about how Clyde still needs to be trusted at a certain level. Like, of course you're not going to go draft him at the same value. Why would you? He's now like where Dalvin Cook was a year, last offseason, where he was in the 18 to 24 overall range, and then you bought him there, and then he jumped back up and became, top 5 running back. Clyde, if we were drafting today, would fall into the late second, probably early third round right now. That could fall even further. Smitty, we're all pressed about the backfield. Don't worry. I'm just kidding with you, Master Yoda. But I know a lot of people want me to say it like 100 times. Like, look, here for you in the back. Here we go. I still believe in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And if you don't believe, you can get off the train right now. I will buy him low. I said, I will buy him low from you. Offer away. I'm going to go after him. Like, again, as I said, Master Yoda, I'm Dynasty. I'm half Dynasty, half Redraft. My content is very Dynasty based. Especially on sleeperu.com. So, I'm going to recommend that if you are in a Dynasty league, you go buy this man right now while there's a damper on the situation. Drake or Mixon rest of season. That's the other thing, man. Like, Drake, here's the deal with Drake. We are at a tipping point with Kenyan motherfreaking Drake. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm worried, but he got a touchdown last week. I'm in Arizona. The vibe is they're still happy with the dynamic despite low yards per carry from the running crew overall. That they feel like, see, Sam Beach knows what time it is. Clyde's the ultimate buy low. He is the ultimate buy low. Oh, Bryce, I'm sorry about the super chat. Pick 2, wide receiver 1 and a flex. T. Higgins, D. Swift, Brandon Cooks, or Chenault. Not feeling great about those options. On top and bottom, I like Swift and Cooks. Lock it in. I mean, rest of year, that's how I feel about that crew. For now, Higgins, he's going to be up and down. Chenault's going to be up and down. Rookie wide receivers are going to be up and down. Even Claypool will be up and down. All rookies will be kind of up and down at the wide receiver position. And Burrow will be up and down, but I think Cooks, I think you're okay with those. Michael, would you trade Clyde for Carson or Connor? No, I wouldn't. I would keep Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Carson. I would keep Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Connor. Clyde will be fine. Clyde may not get as much work. Okay? It sucks. Like, I was expecting him to have no competition. But this is not that different than when Damian Williams was on the roster. Why do I say that? Because you're going to say, Damian's not Lev Bell. Context. Damian Williams knew the offense. Lev Bell doesn't. Lev Bell's going to take some adjusting. It's going to take him some time. There's a reason you could evaluate Le'Veon Bell versus Damian with Damian's knowledge of the offense. I think Damian's probably more dangerous to Clyde's value than Lev Bell is, at least for the first half of the remainder of the season. If you were to break the remainder of the season from week 6 on into a half, it's going to take Bell some time to get to where Damian would have been. When Damian was on the roster, we were all drafting Clyde happily in the late second round. What has really changed? Clyde may have dropped back down to second round value equivalent, but keep in mind you were drafting him there happily, expecting potentially first round output. What's different? Okay, I'm not happy about it. I'm not excited about it. But what's different? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Clyde Edwards-Helaire still has the same value he had, which was late second round value with upside for first round potential, as when Damian Williams was coming into the season. Enough said. I'm not running from Clyde. Sand says, hear me out. Clyde comes out and looks awful compared to, Bell comes out and looks awful compared to Clyde. Everyone's assuming Bell's is going to come in and look amazing. That offense is great, okay? I feel like my grandma could do well in that offense. And, but I think everyone's assuming he'll stay healthy. Everybody's assuming that the transition will go smoothly. everybody's assuming he'll even get a lot of work his first week when he joins the team on a Wednesday. It could take him 2 full weeks to get to the point where he's getting much work at all. Derek, I'm sorry if I missed your super chat. Let me go looking for it. I feel like they're not popping up until after they've already passed my screen. Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ryan Tannehill? God, that's hard. Let's see here. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tannehill versus Houston at home. Fitzpatrick, Fitzy boy. Why is nothing loading right now? Am I even live anymore? Am I even live? We're doing it live. Okay, there we go. The Jets. I want to say Fitzpatrick, but Tannehill is playing so good. But I'm going to go Fitzy boy. I'm going to go Ryan Fitzpatrick in this one. Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire Bell freak out is exactly why I was hoping he signed with the Chiefs. This is great watching everybody panic. I kind of agree with you, Doobie. Like part of me is, I'm not excited about it, but part of me thinks that, you know what, opportunity gets presented when these things happen. When there's a fall in value that's ridiculous and overreaction. As much as I hate the initial part of that, like him landing in Kansas City, you got to look at it from a strategic standpoint. Okay, in the leagues where you have Clyde, it's not great. It's not amazing. It could still work out. It could be quietly better. It could be a blessing in disguise. We don't know. We got to let it play out. But you can't run from Clyde if you've taken the dive and you drafted him high. And none of us could have seen Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay, JP, I'm sorry. Not all of us could have seen Clyde Edwards-Helaire in this situation unfold the way it did. JP, where's JP? JP. Where's JP Super Chat? Rod, again, thank you. Bryce, I answered your question already. Swift and Cooks. JP, here we go. Thank you, JP, for the Super Chat. Just got here, didn't hear your Clyde rant. Clyde, talent-wise, is way better than Lev Bell. Keep the faith, Clyde. Attaboy, JP, and thank you for the Super Chat, young man. I appreciate you. I love it. I do love it in a way. This is how my mind works, okay? This is how most people work. Especially if you play in one or two leagues, I can understand why. But Lev Bell signs with KC. My initial reaction, like all of you, okay, in the leagues where I own Clyde. God, I don't know how I feel. I obviously don't feel great about that. I don't think it can be a great thing, but maybe it's going to be a blessing in disguise. I'm not happy about it, okay? That's my first reaction. Reaction number 2 is, how many leagues do I not own Clyde in, okay? In those leagues, I'm a completely different person. In those leagues, I'm saying to myself, how could I go get Clyde? What do I have to give up to get Clyde? Can I get Clyde at 3rd round potential value? Can I trade an A-Rob straight up for Clyde? I would do that. Maybe you won't do that. I will do that. I'll go take Clyde Edwards-Helaire all day long over an A-Rob or a wide receiver like that. That's me. I like that. I would take that all day long. Do you think Lev Bell will overtake Clyde? No, Jace. You must have just joined because I've been talking for 34 minutes and 22 seconds on this topic. Bell is 100% bummed, says crazy. Move on, there are bigger facts to settle. No, Smitty, don't go down with this ship. I'm not going down with the ship, baby. We're staying afloat. Sorry, yeah, I just joined. It's okay, Jace. I'm just kidding. Bell will never see the field. That's a Nitro. That's bold. Why do you see that, Nitro? You think he gets hurt or something? Dollar Bill says Shifty only between the 20s. I disagree. Here, Dollar Bill, I'm not trying to go at you here. So I'll pretend you didn't say it. I'll pretend it's somebody else. We'll pretend it's We'll pretend JP said it. Just kidding, JP. Um, what does Clyde's college film not account for anything? Like, did anybody watch Clyde in college dominate the best defenders in college football? Did anybody see him get used in every scenario from goal line, full time work, receiver, open space, um, between the tackles, game on the line, more carries in the fourth quarter than in the first, second, and third quarters? Does no one like take into account historically what this guy's done walking into the NFL? How is Clyde Edwards-Helaire defined already as not being capable between the tackles, especially in the goal line scenario? How are people judging that already? College is not the NFL, hate to say. True, but he also played the elite of the elite in college. It's a little different when you're talking about, a different schedule. The guy ran circles around the best college football players in that have entered the NFL in 2020. And I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand how everyone's calling him incapable at the goal line. Like, watch the film. It wasn't his doing. It was poor play calling, if you ask me, especially in that week one. Bad circumstance with penalties, with Kelsey, and other situations. Like, when I watch Clyde, I know he has it in him to be a goal line guy. Now they brought in Bell. I'm not dumb. I know that Bell's going to get a lot of goal line looks, so maybe that's the one downside to this, is that the goal line work will for sure disappear. Everybody said, oh, it might. Well, now maybe it does for sure disappear. But I'm okay with that if the guy's averaging or on pace for 1,500 total yards. That's his new pace for week 16 on. I'm sorry, week 6 on. So from week 6 to 16, that pace that he'll be on within that span, if you were to extrapolate it out, I believe will be 1,500, 1,600 yards. Scott says Clyde is now maybe a little better than Devin Singletary. I disagree. I respect all of your opinions. Trust your gut. I obviously can be wrong at times, guys. It happens. Okay? And I know a lot of people are upset over Drake. A lot of people are upset over Clyde now. But I think it's a little early to have knee-jerk reactions. Okay, let's move on to a different topic. Hit me with your other questions and I will throw them on screen and we can get to it. But we're going to end the Clyde Edwards-Helaire conversation right there. So if you have Clyde questions, rewatch the show. Blake, Ingram or Tanyan in full PPR? I'm going to go Tanyan. Tanyan, bro. What are we expecting out of Dalton? Not a whole lot. I think the guy that survives best will be Zeke Elliott, then followed by CeeDee Lamb, and then I think Amari Cooper maybe takes a hit. I'm really banking on a Clyde. This is fantasy for you. This is fantasy for you. I don't know what that means. Carson. Traded Gaskin to get Lev Bell before he got cut for the buy purposes. Then I traded Hunt owner Chubb to get Clyde. Stupid or genius? I'm fine with that, bro. Chubb's out. Clyde is in. I still like Clyde. I don't agree with a lot of people on Clyde. So I love the move. I think you did great. AJ Brown or Miles Sanders week 6. I think Sanders. I'd probably go. That's tough. I'd probably go AJ Brown. I like Sanders. I'd probably trade high on Sanders if I'm you. Hurst or Irv? Go Hurst, as long as he's healthy and on the field. Trade Ridley for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, that's where I probably would say no. Because right now, Clyde should be treated, because that's the whole point of buying low. That's the whole point in making sure you use fair market value, even when you're trading for or away players. I think Ridley is a top 3 or 4 overall wide receiver in 2020. He has been already all year, but I think he continues to play at that level. I'd rather have that secure player than Clyde. That's me being honest. I'd rather have Ridley over Clyde. But doesn't mean I don't love buying low on Clyde. Looks like Arizona situation now, like Edmonds and Drake committee. Hate to see it, brother. Pick 2, Cooper, Fuller, Drake, and Freeman. I assume that's Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper and Fuller are probably your safe plays. Amari Cooper and Drake are probably, the move you want to make if you need a big home run swing. Drake might need one more week. I think if Drake doesn't deliver this week, then he'll probably be gone in a lot of people's minds. But I don't know that I'll give up on him entirely. I think what's going to happen with me if he doesn't deliver this week is it's going to be a week by week type thing for me, and I'm going to evaluate how the team views Drake. But I think if Drake doesn't deliver in soon, like in 1 or 2 weeks, they might give like half the carries or more to Edmonds, like at least. So I think Drake's on borrowed time. Drake's got to deliver. Drake's got to step up. We got to have him step up. I sold Clyde and got James Robinson and Diggs. That's not bad. I don't mind that, especially with COVID and the fact that people are going down left and right. I'm okay with that. You're diversifying. I like James Robinson as potential top, 15 overall player. So that's being smart. Should I get out on the James Robinson business? No, I wouldn't. I mean, if the price is right, I sell anybody. Smitty, they muted me on my normal account. Well, what did you say, NOA? My mods, I tell my mods not to mute anybody unless they're being like completely crazy. Both better than Clyde. Who are both better than Clyde? Super chat drop, Ertz or Hawkinson. Thank you, Matt, for the super chat. I like what's Ertz been doing? I don't even know. He's been so quiet. Ertz. Zachary. Jeez. He's been brutal the last 2 weeks. 4 receptions for 9 yards. 1 reception for 6 yards. Holy. But he did have 7 for 70 the week before. It's all tied to Wentz, man. I predict that Wentz is not in the lineup by week 10. Call it injury, replaced, combination of both. But I think once Hurts is in there, maybe Ertz bounces back a little bit. He's only 29. I don't think he's too old to be, elite still. He still has 1 or 2 more years left, maybe, if he gets the volume. I like Hawkinson a little more for the now, but maybe from like week 8 on, I could like Ertz more. So I think it's pretty close. But if you need the now production, I mean, I like Hawk a little more. Thanks for the super chat, Tommy. Squad is weak. I know week 6 running back 2, Edmonds, Duke, Johnson. You got to go Edmonds, man. If you had to pick Edmonds. Edmonds has got more opportunity, I think. I like Edmonds more. That's not that weak. Edmonds is an okay play. Ebron or Schultz. I'd probably go Schultz, man. Judy or Hardman. I go Judy as long as Judy is healthy and on the field. Judy. Trade David Johnson and another piece for Taylor. Absolutely. I'd give up a decent player with David Johnson to get Taylor. I think Taylor... get Taylor now. I think Taylor does get better and better. So I like that a lot. I got that question out of the way. Appreciate the super chat. Trying to throw them all on the screen. I don't want to miss them. Jordan. Looks like they're... Oh, I already got that one. Edmonds and Drake committee. Pick 2 Fuller. Yeah, so I don't know if that was Amari Cooper. Jordan, let me see if you replied. Jordan, was that Amari Cooper? Slayton or DJ Moore? Very, very easy call for me, DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is one of the better buy lows right now. MT, pull up your last video and play 10 seconds from 30. I already remember, bro. I'll take my lap because I was wrong on them signing him, but I'm still not giving up on Clyde, bro. So, but MT said that I need to take a lap if he signs with KC. So I'll take a lap.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a lap.
Good call, MT. But I'm still not scared. I'm still not scared. I still like Clyde. Adrian Peterson, a good running back fill for this week. You know, this week, dude, everyone's out. Everyone's hurt. Like, yeah, Adrian Peterson's like a running back 2 this week. Oh, man. You got Kelly, Mike Davis, running back. Yeah, Mike Davis is a top 5 running back this week, the way that things are playing out. I love Mike Davis, man. Davis is a beast. But AP's not bad. 234 in the room. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. If you're new to the show, subscribe. We're talking a lot about Clyde. It's depressing in some respects, but it's also exciting in Dynasty and exciting in redraft. If you want to buy low, don't be scared about buying low on Clydey boys. Zach, Will Fuller, AJ Brown, or Miles Gaskin at flex. I'm going AJ Brown. I don't know how you could put Gaskin, in my opinion, in the same boat as A.J. Brown and Fuller, and I think Fuller is even a step below A.J. Brown, so therefore A.J. Brown is easily the call here, bro. Easily. 232 in the room. Hit the thumbs up on the way in the door. Mafia, if you've got a question, please ask it. Thank you for the super chat. Smitty, I'm Noah. They muted me on my normal account for no reason. I don't know what you said, Noah, but maybe they'll unmute. I'll look to unmute you, Noah, but maybe somebody thought you said something wrong. I don't know. I'll look for it, Noah. Mike Thomas for Christian McCaffrey. My running backs are Kelly, Gordon, AP, Swift, Jerick McKinnon, Damian Harris. My wide receivers are Adams and Galladay and Higgins. So trade Mike Thomas away for Christian McCaffrey. I would, because both have been out. And I think McCaffrey's going to be back sooner than later. And if you can weather through it a little bit, I think maybe you can, because you still got Galladay and Adams. It's tough. I mean, Mike Thomas, I think, we'll see if he bounces back right away and has a monster game. Sometimes coming off injury, these guys have like an 80-yard, game or a touchdown and 40 yards. He might not be his 100% best self. But either could McCaffrey, so it's kind of tough. But I think I roll with McCaffrey in that situation, as long as you aren't like one win, because can you wait on McCaffrey for another week? Thank you for the super chat, Rude. I appreciate you. But I would go with CMC if you've got, even 3 wins or something. Super chat, Juju or Devontae Parker at flex. I probably go with Juju right now. But that is going to be tough. Smitty, I've got Jacobs, Clyde, and Robinson as my running backs. Do I trade Kyler and Clyde for an upgrade at running back and slight downgrade at QB? I need to know what players you're talking about. Are they players that I think are undervalued? Then, I might consider that. But I like your team a lot. Jacobs, Clyde, and Robinson, it's good. Kyler, I like it. I like it, bro. I like your team a lot. Let's see, what's next? Question that I missed. Mafia, what's your question? This is what I got from you, Mafia. You said, Mafia, question here. And then before that, you did a super chat without the question. So I'm looking for your question. Hit me with it. Here we go, Mafia. Help, donated $1. Trade Adams and Hunt for Christian McCaffrey and Diggs. Adams and Hunt for McCaffrey and Diggs. Or trade Clyde and Hunt for McCaffrey. Oh, God. Adams and Hunt for McCaffrey and Diggs. What do you guys think? Let's help Mafia out on this. I want to hear group think. What trade does he do? Does he do any of them? Trade Adams and Hunt for Christian McCaffrey and Diggs, or trade Clyde and Hunt for McCaffrey, or neither. What do you guys think? Adams and Hunt for McCaffrey and Diggs? I'm kind of feeling like I like that. I think Diggs is really good. Yeah, I agree. Mafia, go get Christian McCaffrey and Diggs and give up Adams and Hunt. Go do it. Go do it now. I like it a lot. How do you know CMC is not coming back? I don't know. I don't know if you were asking if Christian McCaffrey's not coming back. CMC and Diggs. A lot of people say CMC and Diggs. There's a lot of votes for it. Trade for Diggs and CMC. I like the first one. Yeah, consensus, man. Hunt is nothing. What, Peter? Watch your mouth, man. Thank you, Mafia. I wanted to do groupthink on that one. That one was worthy of it. Super chats. Traded Kamara for Chark and Thielen. How'd you do?
Take a lap.
Eric, bring this to me before you do it, Eric.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Eric, I still appreciate you, and I thank you for the super chat. Don't run away. But you can't trade Kamara for... I love Chark. I love a lot. But if you're drafting today, I draft DJ Chark at like 6th round value. I draft Thielen at maybe 5, like if I'm feeling like drunk. Like, and you gave up a top 3 overall player. Oh, Eric. Eric, I appreciate you though. LaBello says Clyde will be the number 1 in Kansas City, but he will lose 6 to 7 touches a game and goal line touches. That's true. I think he will lose touches. I don't know if it'll be 6 to 7, but F in the chat. What happened? What happened in the chat? Eric says, I have James Robinson, Josh Jacobs, and Jonathan Taylor, though. It doesn't matter, though. You should have got... You could have got, like, an elite... Like, if you were going to trade Kamara, you could have got Adams and something, decent. You could have got Mike Thomas, at least, and something else. But it doesn't matter that you had a surplus. Like, you don't want to ruin the opportunity of selling and getting maximized value back. You basically sold... the number 3 overall pick for a 5th and 6th rounder. Not saying you won't win or that you don't have the depth to like weather through it, but definitely feel like you could have got a whole lot more. Bring it to me next time, Eric, before you do it, and we'll walk you through. Or everybody needs. There's times where I almost make bad trades. It's helpful to have people to bounce it off. So don't feel too bad, but just bring it to us next time. Godwin, rest of season, I think top 10. I don't know that I'd rank him at 5 to 7 where he's capable, but I'd definitely rank him top 10 to 12 and hope for a whole lot more. Smitty, I have Clyde. Do I trade to get Bell to have both offer on the table? Bell for DJ Moore. Oh, sorry. Trade Bell and DJ Moore for Devontae Adams. I like Adams more than I like Bell and DJ Moore, bro. So I don't know if you're saying you're trading away Adams for Bell and DJ Moore. No way. Just hold on to Clyde. Don't worry about it. Daryl with the super. The 9. The 10 spot. Thank you, Daryl. And did I miss another super chat? I'm sorry. Let me look and find it. Brandon. Sorry, Brandon. I got it right here. And this one by Colt. Sorry, White. Okay, White. I got yours. I think I answered the Juju one. And I think I'm caught up. Okay. So first super chat is from White. Trade away Chase Claypool and Mark Ingram and Hayden Hurst. Trade for Swift, Hunter Henry, Debo Samuel. I don't know that I like either. No, I think I'd rather have Claypool, Mark Ingram, and Hurst most likely. But Swift, if he gets in the lineup, that could change it, and I could like the Swift side so much more. But I don't know if he's going to get in there. But Debo, let's see, Swift, Hunter Henry, Debo, Claypool, Mark Ingram, Hurst. I like Claypool, Mark Ingram, Hurst better, but I don't love that trade. Like, that trade does not excite me. I want something bigger, bro. That's like we always call that you kick me in the nuts, I'll kick you in the nuts, and pretty much walk away. You know, I got you, you got me. It stings a little. We both walk away swollen, bro. Smitty, I have Austin Eckler. Should I hold or sell high? I saw his IG post. He definitely gave me some optimism. He'll be back ready to roll. Brandon, context matters. It depends on what you can get. If you could go get for Eckler, let me give you an example. If you were to trade Eckler for AJ Brown, I'd love AJ Brown. If you were to trade Eckler for Chark or McLaurin, I think you could live to regret it a little bit, but I mean, sometimes a back step into a secure player. Now, Chark's hurt, but I'm just trying to give you an example of a talent level that you could backtrack into and get that player all year, though. You know, you're getting that player all year in your lineup. It's not the worst move to make, to backtrack into a potentially better player or a lesser player that plays all year for you. So it's just the context matters. I think the best move for Eckler is to use Eckler to upgrade your quarterback. So, like, let's say you got a Stafford. You trade Eckler and Stafford for Lamar. I think that's the kind of move that can walk you into, usefulness for Eckler and not regretting it if he bounces back. Daryl with the super chat. Thank you again, Daryl, for the 10 spot. Super flex, Watson, Wilson, Newton at QB. Wide receivers are Thielen, Odell, Hollywood, Cooks. Trade Newton for Godwin. I do that in a heartbeat. In your scenario, you got Watson and Wilson already, and Newton's just sitting on your bench, marinating, fermenting. What if he gets hurt? Go get Godwin. Definitely. Daryl, I love that. That's how you do it, Daryl. That's how you drop it, Daryl. 241, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the show, wipe your feet at the front door, and subscribe if you're new. I appreciate all of you. And we're just talking a whole lot of stuff tonight. Clyde doing start bench questions. Patrick has a super chat. Should I trade Gesicki and Damian Harris for Ruggs and Claypool? I assume it's redraft unless you guys tell me it's dynasty. I do a lot of dynasty content, but for whatever reason, I rarely get a dynasty question in the super chats for some reason. So I'm assuming it's redraft. I'll try and address it as both. But should I trade Gesicki and Damian Harris for Ruggs and Claypool? I'd rather have Ruggs and Claypool in redraft, and I'd definitely rather have Ruggs and Claypool in dynasty. Your tight end is Jonnu Smith. I'm okay with Jonnu Smith. I'd rather have Claypool and Ruggs. Gesicki, Jonnu, that's very close. I'd rather have Jonnu, I think, over Gesicki. So Damian Harris essentially, isn't going to make me, not want to do that trade. I don't know what. I like Harris a lot, but I don't know what New England's going to do. He's not guaranteed anything. Someone dropped Eckler. I have third waiver. God, Eckler gets dropped? Are you kidding me? If you have the third waiver, is it worth it to stash Eckler in a 4-player bench, no IR league? That's kind of why. My running backs are Kamara, Jacobs, and Drake. You'll be dropping Herbert. Yeah, I pick him up. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to retain him, but that's tough, bro. I probably would. Drinking game. Every time someone in the chat calls Clyde Edwards-Helaire a running back 3 now. I don't want to be drunk on the show, bro. I'd be drunk in the first 15 minutes of that game. Keeping Clyde because I have Mostert, Sanders, Robinson, Carson, and Montgomery. Should I trade for a wide receiver situation is DJ Chark, Lamb, and Evans. I like your wide receivers enough if Chark is on the field. QB, Kyler, I like that. You're not going to get enough for Clyde. Don't trade him. I mean, if you get some kind of crazy offer, sure, trade him. But you're probably not going to get what you want for Clyde, what you deserve for Clyde. Boyd, Singletary, Godwin, or Lindsey. If Godwin's on the field, you're starting Godwin. Godwin's a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. Until then, Boyd is the safer play out of the other guys. But, I mean, I love Godwin. So, thank you for the super chat. Curry, Tyler, Smitty, who would you start out of these four? Mostert, Zeke, Robinson, Madison. You can't possibly be benching everybody and starting one of those guys. But you don't sit Zeke Elliott. You don't sit James Robinson. Madison's a fantastic play if that game doesn't get moved or whatever. You got to start all three of those guys if I'm ranking them in order. And then Mostert probably goes on the bench if you had to pick 3 out of those guys. But, damn, that's a good crew. You need to make a trade. I think this is the one you might have emailed me, right? I'm seeing some crazy questions in the chat. Have fun with the take a lap, Smitty. Yeah, there are a lot of Clyde haters out tonight, which is okay. It's understandable. I know people are mad. I don't blame them, but I'm not reacting. Super chat, Lev, Bell, and Chark for Jacobs. Absolutely take Jacobs in a heartbeat for that. In a heartbeat. Like, that is probably the easiest question I've got all night. That's what I meant. Who should I sit? Tyler, I think you emailed me this, Tyler, right? I sit Mostert, but what do you guys think on that? If you guys could toss that out. Thank you, Tyler, for the super chat. I'm going to put Tyler's question up. Can I get a groupthink on this real quick? Post it in chat. Just punch it in. Who do you sit out of these 4 running backs? You can only sit one. Mostert, Zeke, Robinson, Madison, go. I say Mostert. I like all 4, obviously, but you can't sit Madison. You can't sit Robinson, and I think you can't, you're not going to sit Zeke. But I'd love to hear what the chat has to say about that. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Captain Spock, Clyde sends Smitty frozen steaks to say good things about him. Frozen steaks? That sounds good. I could use a steak right now. Captain. I know people are going to continue to hate on Clyde all week. It's fine. What happens I have a question for you Clyde haters out there. What happens if Clyde has 120 yards and 2 touchdowns this week? Like, what are you going to say? That's 1 week, it's not going to happen again? Like, what happens at that point? It'll be interesting. I guess you could pose the same question to me. What happens if he doesn't do anything? And then in comes Bell. But he has done stuff all year. He's on pace for 1,600 total yards and 54 receptions. Man, I love Clyde upsetting. Joe Mixon, the GOAT. Come on. Can't say that in the same sentence, bro. GOAT and Joe Mixon. You just can't. Zeke, it's Andy Dalton season. Must start Mostert. Sit Mostert. Sit Madison. What's up, Computer Bob? Sit Mostert. This week, sit Mostert. Sit Mostert. Mostert. There you go. Everybody's pretty much on board with that. There's a couple people that were outliers, but Mostert you need to put on the bench. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. Joe Mixon likes to eat goat, says Steven. Madison is going to get over 20 carries, says Sherman. I agree. Trying to get Evans for Woods and Chubb. Maybe I could get a running back 3 as well, question mark. Trying to get Evans for Woods and Chubb. I probably do that. I mean, that's a lot to give up, but I think that with Chubb not playing and you're going to get, that many starts of Evans, yeah, I probably take it. I do. I think I take it. Madison's going to hit 40 points, full PPR. Pin it, says Mag. Mostert is going to eat this week, says Matt. Evans is a sell high, says Noah. Trade Clyde for Darius Slayton. Tannehill's dad. I think Tannehill's dad's trying to get a rise.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
We'll send him on
Take
a
a
lap
lap
right now. James Robinson will finish as a top running back. I think you mean this week. Gain, and he's always capable of it. Trade Drake and Crowder for Brady. That's weird. Sure, if you need a quarterback, like you lost Dak and you have nobody, yeah, I'd do that. But I also like Drake a little bit too. Go trade low on Drake. Buy low on Drake, and I'm talking ham sandwich low, and hope for the best. I think he's definitely a good buy low. Hollywood Brown or DJ Moore. I go DJ. I go maybe Hollywood right now, but DJ Moore eventually. I think I'm caught up. Did I do Gaines question? Keeping Clyde, because I did that one. If I missed a super chat, please let me know, and I'll go hunting for it. I think I'm caught up on supers. You have Christian McCaffrey, Carson, J-Rob, lost Dak. Should I trade for a QB? Well, if you have no QB, bro, yeah. And I trade Carson. I don't trade J-Rob. Try and trade Carson for Lamar. What would you trade for Drake? I'd give up like a wide receiver 3. Let me pull up my rankings and tell you like who I think I would probably give up. I'd probably give up. That's a really good question. I'd give up a lot. No, I don't know. I give up a Cooper Kupp for Drake. I'd give up a Fuller for Drake if I felt very strong at a wide receiver and I could afford it. If you couldn't afford it, then you don't. Devontae Parker, potentially. Edelman. Devin Singletary. You could probably get away with giving up like a Claypool and a Damian Harris for Drake right now. Maybe you trade Eckler for Drake because Eckler's out. Bro, I got muted on my main account too, Noah. Hey, what mods do I have muting people? Be careful on that. If my mods are listening, please be very don't only mute people that are like, don't mute people because they're like putting a bunch of questions in a row or something. That's not worthy of being muted or banned or anything like that. If someone's being hateful, that's when you mute people, okay? So if you're a mod out there listening, give James and Noah their power back. AJ, Chark, Hollywood, and don't mute James too much. Like, let James be James for a little bit. Give him a warning and stuff like that. I realized because I couldn't delete my message, says James. Testing to see if you have Twitch questions. I do have Twitch questions. Blue is one of the few Twitcher commenters we've got. Hey, Bluey's from Twitchy. Glad to have you, Blue. Good test, bro. Solid test, bro. YouTube probably muted them for spamming. Maybe Tannehill's dad's right. My mods don't do that. So I bet you guys said something, and then you got something in a row over and over, or you said something just didn't mean it to come out the way it did. YouTube probably muted him. That's what Tannehill's dad thinks. Damn, James was just pasting the same stuff without knowing he was muted. Recently, I haven't been spamming. I don't know then. Mods, be careful. What do you think about Clyde? Mike, you're going to have to rewatch the show. I'm going to get killed if I talk about that again. Trade Waller and Mixon for Clyde. I have Who? Well, you mean Jonu Smith? Waller and Mixon for Clyde. Dude, you should be able to get rid of Mixon alone for Clyde. You shouldn't have to give up more. You know, make sure you trade smartly. MKF. What do you think about this trade? I give up Lamar and Rojo. You get James Robinson and Godwin. I like James Robinson and Godwin, bro. Especially if you've got Allen. Go do that in a second, MK. I like that. It's great. Swift or Harris in half PPR. I probably go Harris this week until Swift gets, full control. Mixon over Clyde, says Uzi. Smitty, I can trade Kyler, Clyde, and Higgins, and I can get Chris Carson, Herbert, and A.J. Brown. Is it worth it? No. No, sir. No, sirree. Let me put that up again. Trade Kyler, Clyde, and Higgins, and I can get Chris Carson, Herbert, and A.J. Brown. Yeah, I don't think I do it, bro. Juan with the super chat. Daryl Henderson is on waivers. I have to drop Chase 1 PPR. I probably wouldn't redraft. I'd probably rather have the running back, bro. From Twitcherland, from Twitch, receive Galladay. I have Hunter Henry. What was your question? I don't see. Send away Higbee and Edelman. Receive Galladay. Put it in one question, bro. You don't know how hard it is to piece things together. I can only do it because I recognized your avatar. I'm like, what is he? He must add a second question. There's like 10 questions in between your split up question. Higbee and Edelman for Galladay. Is that what you said? Let me find your other question. Receive Galladay. Okay, so you're basically bending him over and just yeah. I would say go ahead. If you like that kind of thing, go ahead. You're killing him on that deal, bro. Galladay all day long. Kamara, Mixon, J-Rob, Gibson, Kelly, Moss, wide receivers, and tight end could be used to upgrade. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I'm trying to figure this question out. Who should I sell? Who do I sell and for who? Okay, you just want a random evaluation of the team, maybe. Kamara, Mixon, J-Rob, Gibson, Kelly, Moss. Wide receiver and tight end could use an upgrade. Chark, Odell, Chanel. Yeah, you could. Okay. Don't sell Kamara unless you're getting like. I would consider doing like a sell high on Kamara. Like if you were to get an AJ Brown and Jacobs or something like that. Like I'd probably do something like that. Or Jonathan Taylor's a good buy low, but you need way more, right? So Jonathan Taylor and I don't know, Mike Thomas, who's not playing. Maybe the person does that. Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans, like something like that for Kamara. As for Mixon, you could probably get like Drake and AJ Brown. You could probably get, and I'm not saying that's for sure something you should do. I'm just giving you ideas. You could probably for Mixon get I don't know, Hunt and Chark or something like that. Maybe you like just poke around, but definitely feel like those would be good deals and directions to go in. Devontae Parker or CeeDee Lamb this week. I think I'd go Parker, but only because I worry about Dalton and CeeDee Lamb getting what he needs to get each week now. CeeDee Lamb is going to have such a big year. Yo, never heard Smitty talk like that. Family friendly. What, did he bend him over on that trade? He did. Jamison Crowder or Juju? Juju. I'm not that family friendly. Steven. Oh, I already got that one. Jacobs and Tannehill for Cook. Hell yeah, I take Cook. I trade my whole team for a ham sandwich. Do it. No, don't do it. DJ Moore over Anderson, but he's getting all the target. I like DJ Moore. Noah says, I like your new name actually, Noah. Hollywood would be top 5 wide receiver if he had a QB. Dude gets open for a deep TD 5 times a game. Lamar's gonna be fine. Buy low on Lamar. Buy low. Don't buy medium. Buy low. Trade Davis for J-Rob. Trade Davis for J-Rob. Mike Davis? Heck yeah. Dude, Mike Davis is a shelf life, bro. I'm exhausted, man. I'm completely exhausted. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep a night. It's wearing me down. I'm gonna become a gray old man, and like I'm like under presidency, you know. I get older like a president does. A president goes into office for 4 years and he gets older by like 15 years. I think that's me. Matt with the super chat. I have Matty Ice. Should I pick up Fitzmagic and start him this week? I would. I'm not trusting Matty Ice, bro. I'm up at like 4 a.m. and Smitty's on IG. Yeah, I was. Lately, I haven't been posting on IG because I lost my account for no good reason. They just flat out locked me out and won't respond to my... I've had some people reach out, and I've had some pretty connected people reach out too, and nothing. So I've been a little bit down on IG right now. You know, daunting to like build back what I had. I had such a good IG community. It was so, like, it's depressing when I think about it, you know. Pretty much right around 10K. Let's rebound these lives, man. We have rebounded. We're at 219 in the room right now, Sand. What do you mean rebound? Safe to panic about Clyde. I drafted him 4 overall. We talked about this for a good 40 minutes, so just restart the show at the end and watch it because I talk about it for like literally like 40 minutes straight. So, but no, don't panic on Clyde. You can't get what you deserve to get in a trade, so you got to write it out. And I think that he's going to still be heavily involved. Like, not as much is going to change as people think. There's a lot of running back volume he can absorb without taking, and I'm talking about Bell, without taking Clyde's, you know, workload away. Just join, no problem. Definitely rewatch it. There's a lot of content there that talks about it. So you'll get if you've been looking for a little bit of Clyde talk and you're not getting enough, you get 40 minutes worth basically. Yeah, can we buy you a pizza, Smitty, and chat during the games Monday? And you do a live. Monday. Maybe at the end I could go live. But Monday's gonna be tough. Things free up for me a little bit soon, so I'll be live a lot more. My game plan is to probably around like the end of November, I'm gonna crank out more content than you've ever seen me crank out before. So a lot of things behind the scenes. There's a lot of like business stuff that I deal with all the time. There's sponsorships. There's all kinds of stuff. About Thanksgiving time, my 2021 content and everything that I'm building toward is going to get a little bit of a surge and uptick. And so right around Thanksgiving time on, you'll see a lot more content being posted. So get ready for that. And it's going to be heavy. It's going to be IG. It's going to be Twitter. It's going to be Twitch. It's going to be YouTube. A lot more IG. I'm going to build my IG back up. I've just been kind of waiting for that daunting task, and I'll have some freed up time right around Thanksgiving. So a lot of other things will die down then, and I'm just going to crank out a lot of Dynasty content too. So everybody that's tired of 2020, I'm going to have Dynasty content galore. Or even if you do redraft and you just want to hear about 2021, I'm gonna drop it like crazy right around that time. And I go live like almost every other day, so it's not like I'm not delivering a ton of content now. I'm merely telling you, if you think I'm producing a lot of content now, or you miss some of the content I did on IG. Dr. Rogers is okay. I'm sure he's just a little bit down from the game. But if you think I produce enough content now, wait till you see from Thanksgiving on. It's going to be crazy. In 2021, I plan to just have a whole lot more. Yeah, Marlon, you got to get into Dynasty. Dynasty's the best. Super chat. Guy needs running backs, has Hunt, Fournette deep at wide receiver. What offers can I make with him? Guy needs a running back. He has Hunt, Fournette. Okay, deep at wide receiver. So your wide receivers are Evans, Kupp. What offers can I make? I'm kind of confused at what you're saying here, Steven, because you're saying the guy needs a running back. He has Hunt, McKissick, Fournette. He's deep at wide receiver. Or are you deep at wide receiver? He's deep at wide receiver with Evans. I don't know who your players are, though. Okay, so you just talk about Kamara? Oh, just Kamara. Okay, I get it now. Sorry. So Kamara for Evans and Hunt. But if you're thinking he wants to keep Hunt and Kamara, that's the whole point of why he would trade. You could go after Kelsey and Evans, but I don't know if he'll do that. But Kelsey and Evans for maybe Kamara, I may do that, but I may not. You know, like Kamara's a beast, man. It depends on who your tight end is now. If your tight end can kind of hang with Kelsey, I don't know that I'd do that trade, but you may not be able to get anything done. I think in order to do that, you need to get like Hunt and Evans or something. Oh, thank you, Steven. No, it's based off my last super chat. Okay. Yeah, Kamara. I got you. So let me pull it up again. Evans and Kelsey is an option. Hunt and Evans is an option. Hunt and Kelsey is an option. Those are the only options I see. Otherwise, I'm not trading Kamara to that team. And I'm not even sure I would do all those. They're just the best things I can come up with. And they're questionable and they're arguable. Drake better than Edmonds. I don't know that I agree with that, man. I like Edmonds a lot, though. But I think Drake is just really darn good. I'll go to bed in a little while, Tannehill's dad. Edmonds looks much more spry, says Sand. He's also in that change of pace role, though. Like, think about it. How good did Joshua Kelly look when Eckler was on the field? And everybody's like, oh my God, Joshua Kelly's going to take Eckler's job. Eckler goes down. Joshua Kelly looks different. He looks not like the same player. I'm not saying Edmonds doesn't have the talent. I'm just saying don't judge a backup running back on backup carries and spot duty and going in when defenses are all changed up and looking for different things and then assume that starter is not better. But I think that Edmonds could definitely take over at some point. It's possible for sure. I like Edmonds a lot. He was a super handcuff. He was like on the verge of being the last super handcuff heading into 2020. Noah says, Smitty put some respect on Thielen's name. As a top 5 wide receiver, no, Noah, I'm not. I'm judging a backup running back based on backup carries. That's what Tannehill's dad's saying. Okay to drop Hines, probably. Smitty Dynasty League for members through the off-season with a decent prize for the trophy. It's a good idea, Joey, and I think I will definitely kick something like that up in November. Bro, every video is Smitty's yawning. Much respect. I don't know if that's good or bad. Hunt saying, hold my beer. Let's get it. Never done a Dynasty League, Joey said. How can you say DK is top 5, but Thielen isn't? Because DK is like everyone's top 3 receiver, bro. Wipe your feet at the door. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Buy low for Eckler. Buy low offers for Eckler. Yeah, but depends on the options, man. Smitty, what are you doing if you're not sleeping? I'm ranking, Noah. I'm sitting there ranking. I rank in my sleep. Thinking of names for my unborn son. What do you like most? Barry, Mike, Hawk. Barry, Mike, Hawk. Steven's trying to trip me up, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me, Steven. These are names. I'm saying names in order. I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't say the last one, though. I didn't want to complete your sentence, but Michael Hawk is a part of this show, whether you like it or not. So, I'm not afraid to read it. Jess Sherman, Steven, name him Chimera. Name him Clyde. And piss a lot of people off. I need a Michael Hawk jersey in the background. Oh, you guys. I did worse in school. I did worse in school. Said worse things in school. You guys can't shock me. What's your outlook on Fournette? I mean, he busted like predicted, bro. Could he bounce back and find value? Sure. Everybody gangsta till somebody actually named their kid Michael Hawk. Jonu. 219, hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. Brandon Cooks thoughts, inconsistent. I don't know that I count on Brandon Cooks, but as a wide receiver 3-4 in a COVID season with injuries all over the place, he's probably a wide receiver 2 this week. Michael Hunt. Jace, it's Michael Hunt. Can you talk about Melvin Gordon and the Lindsey impact? We need to know more of what, disciplinary action gets handed down, then, Melvin Gordon's going to be in some shiat. And then we don't know if Lindsey's going to get all the work. Do I prefer Lindsey over Edmonds? If he's starting, yeah. If he's not starting, I probably like him about the same, but Edmonds a little bit more. It's okay if I've talked about it. It's all right to ask a question, bro. Especially when you're polite, like TP. Monday will be the Clyde party night. Do I go and pick up Chris Godwin? If you're asking me to pick him up like he's on waivers, bro, like what league are you playing in where Chris Godwin gets dropped? Yeah, go grab him. Buy low on Chris Godwin. He should not be available, though. Do you know how to smell... I'm not going to read that. I don't know what I'm going to be saying. Steven, do you know how to smell... Lucas Hood. Doobie, attaboy. Banshee, baby. Does anybody else know what we're talking about when we say the TV show Banshee? Because only Doobie Snacks and I kind of know. The best show on Amazon Prime. Banshee. Go look it up. Learn about it. What was the show somebody told me to watch on HBO? The Boys or something like that. Who was it that told me that? I need to look for a new show. And somebody told me to watch The Boys or something like that. Tyreek Hill or DK Metcalf. How do you have that dilemma? Like, I'm not gonna even answer that question. It's like asking me Josh Allen or Mahomes. Like, how am I supposed to answer that question? Like, you need to make a trade. Computer Bob, you told me to. What's it called? What's it called? The Boys is on HBO. I'll watch a little bit tonight for you. but I need to know what it's about. Give me don't ruin it for me, but give me like a one sentence, like about stock market people or something. Like tell me like one sentence. I'm watching the season finale of Better Call Saul, the most recent season. I'm catching up on that. Smitty, people are asking value when they ask Hill or Dak. Okay. Thanks, Noah. Hill or Dak, I'm going to rank... Sorry, I'm tired. I'm going to rank Dak DK. Maybe I do need to go to bed. DK or Hill, I'm going to rank... The Boys is rated R. Avengers. Group that keeps superheroes in check. Okay, I'll watch it. Is it like is it a comedy? Better Call Saul, great show. Yeah, it is a great show. DK or Dak Metcalf or DK Metcalf rest of season. What do you guys think? DK or Hill? DK or Hill? Post it below. Smitty is dead right now. Almost. Tyler. Godwin and James Robinson for Devontae Adams. I take Godwin and James Robinson, bro. We got, on your question, we've got DK, Hill, DK. Is DK a wide receiver 1 redraft? Ellis, everyone's ranking him over Tyreek Hill. So the answer to that is he's not only not a wide receiver 1, he's in everyone's top 5. He's in everybody's top 5, bro. DK. Smitty, go back to ranking players in tiers in your rankings. DK. Hill, DK. Just accepted Joe Mixon and Jefferson for Adam Thielen. Your thoughts, Smitty? Joe Mixon and Jefferson for Adam Thielen. I like Mixon and Jefferson more than Thielen. Earmuffs, Noah. Can't believe my Niners passed on him, James said. Your Niners aren't looking good, James. DK, Mahomes likes to spread the ball around too much. DK, Shanahan, the most overrated coach. DK is the GOAT wide receiver of the year. For all the people ripping on the Drake and Clyde, like, DK was on the bold predictions, bro. Like, DK was one of my bigger calls of the year, I'd probably say. I think it was number 6 or 7. And I got a lot of shit for my DK Metcalf predictions. I got a lot of crap for that. You know, he's going to drop the ball constantly, Schmitty. And even in week 1, when DK was dropping, footballs, he the funny thing is, I think DK I think he had 3 TDs that didn't happen that should have in the first 4 weeks or first 3 weeks even. So DK would be clearly the number 1 wide receiver and be a whole lot more, highly ranked. Like, people would just be talking him up even more if he had those 3 TDs. But I believe it was 3 touchdowns overall in the year. They're very easy. Like, they're either a penalty or he dropped both of them. And I remember in week 1, everybody's like, oh my God, DK's busting. Oh my God. He dropped that pass and then he came back and caught another touchdown. So funny how everybody has him in their top 3, but DK Metcalf, after like the first half of week 1, everybody was like calling for my head on that one, which is so funny. Should I start Claypool this week? It depends on your options, but he's definitely, decent. Hold Fournette. He's sick. Says King names. CD baby Smitty has cussed. I cuss a lot, bro. Doobie Snacks muting us confirmed. Doobie, don't mute them. Have you watched the... I don't know. Steven, I'm not reading half of what you say now. Doobie, if you are muting people, don't mute them. We're going to let people kind of have a little bit of free speech here. Mute only people that are like hateful or like trying to ruin the show or something. David Johnson and Deontay for David Johnson and Deontay Johnson for Kittle. I take Kittle. I'm not muting any more. Sigh. Thank you, Doobie. Oh, you're not muting anyone, Sigh. Okay. Then James, I don't know. Oh, James is joking. Sorry, Doobie. He wasn't muting it. It was fake news. Thank you, Doobie. Sorry. It was fake news. I don't know why I even believed you, James. I'm not believing you anymore. You ruined my trust with you. Now when you report something or you say something like Noah, I'm not sure if I could believe you right away. So, Doobie, I apologize. I'm going to take a lap for assuming that Doobie was muting.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Because James said so. Sorry, Doobie. It's my fault. Please forgive me, Doobie. Doobie, I am sorry. This is the first song I ever learned. Are you rostering Fournette or Akers standard? Fournette. Trade away Jonnu for Hawk and Judy. I could get behind the Hawk and Judy side, but you could argue both. Should I send Kamara for Thomas and Drake? I think that is arguable, but probably not. I think you should keep Kamara. But if Drake popped off and there are signs of life, I would maybe lean more toward taking that chance. But right now, he's on that tipping point, and we don't know which way it's going to fall. I traded Helaire for Cooper. Good trade. I wouldn't have done it, but I know a lot of you are freaking out about Clyde boy. I would rather roll with Clyde and not sell low, but that's me. Trade Tyreek and Taylor for Derrick Henry. I'd rather have Tyreek and Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a really good week 6 through 16. Chubb or Eckler worth trading for? No, I stay away. If you don't own them already, just stay away. Unless you can get them dirt cheap, man. If that's the case, I go get them dirt cheap, but I don't think you can get them dirt cheap. All right, guys, I think I'm out of here for the night. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Steven, thank you for all the super chatting and trying to trip me up. I do appreciate you. Tyler, I do like that Godwin and James Robinson for Devontae Adams. I think I'd go take care of that. Steven, thank you, Sherman. Steven, are you really having a child? And Doobie, again, accept my apology. I like Hawkinson a lot in Dynasty most. Can you talk about the Melvin Gordon situation? Okay, I already talked about that. We just need to have more information. But, Melvin Gordon's not looking good right now. Smitty, should I trade Mahomes now that they have Bell? No. Trade Mahomes or trade for him? I'd trade for him. You go get Kittle. Name him Kamara. Joshua said trade Mims, Hunt, and Fant for Clyde and Dynasty in a heartbeat. Go get Clyde. Don't listen to these people. Down on Clyde and Dynasty. Got Kamara and Lat Murray for A-Rob and Clyde. I'd probably rather have Kamara right now. If it's redraft. A.J. Brown or Godwin rest of season. A.J. Brown because Godwin's hurt right now. I missed 2 super chats. Again, Clyde and Dynasty. I don't think I missed 2. I think I'm caught up. Smitty, Thielen will prove you wrong. Top 5 wide receiver. I'm not disrespecting Thielen because I don't have him in my top 5. No, it doesn't mean I'm disrespecting Thielen. Like, you can still think a guy's decent, solid. He's not the GOAT. Dynasty trade Godwin plus Chenault for Tyreek Hill. Probably take Tyreek Hill, bro. I forgive you, Smitty. You played music for me. Doobie, I will be right there waiting for Doobie. I played what's that song called? Right here waiting for you. Right here waiting for Doobie. Hardman or A-Rob this week? I'm gonna go A-Rob, bro. It's not even close. Wait. Sorry, I'm just checking one thing. Bears are at the Panthers. Yeah, why is that even coming up? Why are you even questioning that? Richard Marks, that's it. Right here waiting for Doobie. I think we need to make that Doobie's theme song. When Doobie comes into the chat, he gets played too. Doobie. Smitty, I was offered Clyde and A-Rob for JT. Clyde and A-Rob for JT and Madison. Clyde and A-Rob. I take Clyde and A-Rob in a second. DK Metcalf now in the top 3 Dynasty wide receivers. Probably top 5. I'd put him in top 5. I don't know if I'll lock him in the top 3 yet, but I'll lock him in the top 5. Have I fired Dr. Raj yet? No. He was a little off. He was a little cuckoo the other night with his Odell Beckham Jr. But we give Dr. Raj a pass. I don't discriminate against my off the rocker fantasy football advice buddies. Like, they're my buddies. Nobody's getting fired. Dr. Raj is here to stay. Smitty, you are now the GOAT. Sorry, Dr. Raj. Thank you. The first song I ever learned was this one. It was this one that I told you. But this was the circus song that Pops taught me. What is it? It's right. Raj says everyone got to get 100 yards and a TD. Clyde, 100% droppable in Dynasty now. Dropping him in every league, says Joey. Attaboy, Joey. Just invite me into your league, please. Smitty, what's a good buy low for Lamar? Like wide receivers that are doing well, I would trade for Lamar. He's kidding about dropping him. DJ Moore, Robert Woods, Lockett, Amari Cooper. If you need a quarterback, Thielen, earmuffs, Noah. Boyd, I trade for Lamar. Lev Bell. Mike Davis, because he's got a shelf life. David Johnson, I trade for Lamar. Gurley, I trade for Lamar. Montgomery, I trade for Lamar. Antonio Gibson, like those type of guys. I think people are willing to sell Lamar pretty low right now. Lamar is the best go buy low player you can find. The People's Champ. Glad there's a live fantasy football show. We're live a lot, bro. Like at least 4 times a week. Where are my sounds here? What's 481? Oh yeah, the laugh. What is church music is 000. Oh god, Smitty's gonna kill me. This is pretty soundproof in here, but I think church music on a 10 volume level definitely wakes her up. Definitely wakes up a pregnant woman. 293. Oh yeah, this is the good one. I'm going to hold it here and read a bad question. Hardman or Tim Patrick? Bro, Hardman. I'm unsubbing on that Thielen take. Tannehill's dad, I didn't even know you subbed. What should I do with Clyde? Nothing, bro. You ride the wave. Thank you, 7. You don't trade a top 5 wide receiver for any QB. Thank you. My receivers are Julio, Anderson, McLaurin, and Chenault. I want to trade Julio. What should I do? Go after Clyde. Say you see Texas says say you see me, just choose to ignore. What? What's funny is when anybody thinks I ignore them. Like, why would I ignore anyone? Why would I do it? Why would I ignore you? Why? What would be in it for me? If you have a question, ask me. Just got off of work. Look how fast the chat goes. We have so Texas. I've been live for 1 hour and 49 minutes. Take a guess, Texas, as to how many comments I've had so far. I have it right here. A total. We're the most commented show you can find in the amount of time, like per like you. I don't think you can find a show that has more comments per minute than we do for a fantasy show. Set the sound to 277. Trust me. Okay, I'll do that next. People's Champs is 1,000. No, 1709. 1,709 comments in 1 hour and 49 minutes. So it's really easy to miss a question, bro. You ignored Noah on Adam Thielen being top 5. I didn't ignore him. I selectively ignored him. Okay, what is it? 277? In a time where Clyde Edwards-Helaire was doubted in fantasy lands everywhere, a man named Smitty in the shadows told everyone, do not walk into the light. In theaters where no one goes anymore. When will theaters open back up? I doubt it. I don't know. Some people say they're back, but I don't know. Clyde the Glide on his journey back to the elite. You know, there are few people that could ever climb back into the elite. We'll keep that one. Where's that number? Where's my pen? Where's my pen? I don't know. How do I not have a pen? What was that? 277. We like that one. In a time when you see my $2 super chat but pass my $5 one. I saw Steven super chatted and I ignored him. And he left. Oh. Hold on, Steven, I'm looking. Think I could land 2 of them by sending Kamara and Odell Beckham Jr. Which 2 should I target? Guy has Adams, Diggs, and DK. Think I could land 2 of them sending Kamara and Odell. Why would you send Kamara and Odell for 2 of those guys? I wouldn't do that. I think you could get first of all, I'd probably barely rather have Kamara over Adams and Diggs. So the only one that would get me to jump would be DK and Adams, I think. But I'm not giving Odell or you're ruining that upside. So no to you. Post your question, bro. Keep Kamara, damn it, says the people's champ. Holy shot, 277 is perfect. I like 277. Steven did good. All right, someone give me a random number. I think it goes to 999. So someone give me a random number. Go, and I'll put it in the keyboard. What should I do with Bell? Sell them high. Apparently people are paying a lot. 310? 310. $929. Oops. Oh. Is that 929? 929. Miyagi. Whoa. Hey, why is it going away? It sounded like a flute. 584. Why is it doing it one time? 68. Yeah. 68, I like it. 68, was it 68? 68. Let me tell you a little time. 635. Why is it 635? It's like changing on me. 841. Six. 69. Kenny G, baby. Seven. 96. 408. What is that set? That reminds me of something. What does that remind me of? Wait a minute. If anybody knows what that is, free sleeper or free phone call. I don't know if I'm playing it entirely right. No. I can't. I might not be playing it entirely right. Not Deliverance, no. It's something very random. Like if you get it, you're gonna get a free phone call. I'm not playing it right. I don't think. Let me hold on a second. I gotta hear it. I googled it. If my internet will play it. Son of a bitch. I gotta get up my own Wi-Fi in order to use the internet. All right, next one. All right, I think I'm done for the night. Yes, it's Oh Susanna. I don't know if it's Oh Susanna, but where's that from? Where's that from? Smitty, stick to fantasy. No, Noah. People are enjoying this. And if anybody has it on here, I will give you your phone call. But it's from your super chat. Hold on. It's from Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. The banjo guy. The banjo dude from Pirates of the Caribbean, right when you get in and you see the people eating on the right, and then there's that banjo dude at that little house before you really even go into the ride. It's that song. And ironically was the number that you guys gave me. Play Lean on Me. How's that song go? I don't know. Get down! Get to the chopper! Missed my super chat again. Steven, I'm sorry, bro. I'm playing music, bro. Play Lean on Me. Super chat. I'm not reading that. Your friend has Chimera and Cook. I read that part. I love how Steven's... I appreciate your super chats, by the way. But I love how Steven's dropping super chats to get me to read things that I shouldn't be reading. Good old Steven. Why can't you read? Because I have a feeling that the name is going to make me say something. Well, where's Bell's current value? Name drop some players. I don't know, like Fournette, because same boat. We don't know what's going to happen with Fournette later in the year. We don't know what's going to happen with Bell. Devin Singletary, Joshua Kelly, Darrell Henderson, Swift, Gibson. Like, that's where Bell is going to be. And Clyde, instead of being up there with Cook and Henry, now Clyde drops to like Taylor and potentially, Hunt and James Robinson. That's where Clyde's going to fall. And Clyde could be worth way more than that, just like Clyde could have been when Damian Williams was still in the picture. Damian Williams is similar to Bell. Damian Williams that knows the offense is pretty similar in value to Le'Veon Bell, who doesn't know the offense. So that's why I think people are having such knee-jerk reactions. Doobie Snacks 789. Who won Thursday night's football? Who won Thursday night football today? I don't know what that means. What's up? How's it going? What's up, Thomas? Thomas in the house. What's going on, bro? Start Jonu or Chenault Jonu. You need to answer Van. What did Van say? Van, I'm looking for your super chat. Steven. I love how I super chat police. You guys really help out. I'm being serious. I appreciate you. You guys look out for each other. If a super chatter posts and I don't see it, I have super chat police that get on me and they tell me to answer the question. I don't see Van's super chat though. I don't see Van's super chat. Can you post it for me? Traded DJ Moore for Crowder, Hollywood Brown, and Debo. Opinions. I traded DJ Moore for Crowder, Hollywood Brown, and Debo. I like DJ Moore a tad bit more. A tad bit more. Okay, what's Van's question then? I don't mind answering it. Trade Chark and Henderson for Tannehill and Montgomery. I like Chark and Henderson more, assuming you don't need... you have both Breeze and Herbert. Herbert's playing good, man. Yeah, I take Chark and Henderson. If you've got Herbert and Breeze, do it. Do it. Will you consider starting Montgomery over Mixon as a running back one this week? I don't know, man. I'm not sitting Mixon for... I mean, I don't know. I don't sit Mixon. All right, I'm out of here. I was trying to turn it off. Clyde. The Glide. Clyde the Glide is... Let's make the worst song ever. Let's make the worst song ever. First of all, Miss Smitty's gonna get up and be pissed off. Let's make the worst song ever and make it the intro to every show. Like I ain't even trying. Only you haters would hate that song. All you true fans, like James is coming around, but only James and Noah would not like that song. I don't know if I'm going to remember this song. I'm going to forget this song. This is the best song I've ever made. I don't know about you guys, but I think that'd be the dopest intro. Be like, you're watching the Fantasy Football Show. On that beautiful note, I'm out of here. We still got 171. About 20 people left. It's alright. It's not for everybody. The show's not for everybody. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, but definitely Saturday night. Thank you all. Let me make sure I didn't miss the super chat. Ellis. Oh. Jonu or Chanel. Why is everybody asking me about Chanel? I don't know. Alright, I'm out of here. Later.